my feline friends, we're back to start from the basics. I've managed to do so many unique things inside this game that I thought I'd start from square one with Fluffy Joe and show all of you how you can unlock all the different areas for free, as well as show you some things along the way that you may have missed. Which starts with Granny. Isn't that right, Gran? So without further ado, let's get started. First thing you're gonna wanna do is tap your watch. This watch will give you all the different tasks that you need to unlock all the different areas. Each area is different, but essentially, as long as you complete all the tasks in order, it will unlock the next area and so on. Our first task is to get to the second floor of the house, which is very easy. All you have to do is just go up these stairs, boom, task complete. And while we're over here, we can do the literature task, which is knock over 10 books because there's a bunch of books up here. Just knock over all of these off of the shelf. Get a few more off of there. And how many is that? Okay, that's only 7. I guess it doesn't count if they land on the bench. You have to get them fully on the floor. Now we have to play the mole mini game and turn on the dance channel. So we got to go back downstairs. Landed gracefully.
Today, we're back.
And turn it on that channel right there. We'll see a piano and a neon cat dancing. Wait for it. Wait for it. Ah, there's the drug trip. And this game, of course, is essentially just whack-a-mole. It's very easy, so you can just kind of breeze through this. You can just hit 10 if you want, or you could try to go for whatever max score. There's also this button right here that you can click on the side to be able to just end it early. So as soon as you get to 10, you can just hit that and end it. Sleep on the cat bed. That is an easy task. You just come over here, put your paw up to it, wait for the circle to close, and you're good. And now Joe wants to be able to test your agility, so you have to go up to a few different places, like right up here on top of the fridge, and we can get the balloons and the paintings on our way over to the piano. Go ahead. Hold on, let me just... Okay. All right, we're good. All right, moving on. That is 2 balloons right there. The third, got 4. Climb right up here, and then you've got this one. And if I can just do some majestic parkour. No, oh, my hand is in the lamp. Hold on, wait. Cat agility. Cat-like agility. Okay, well that didn't... There we are. And of course, while I'm up here, Granny, was this your favorite vase? Oops, how'd that happen? Don't you shake your fist at me. That is an act of war. Oh, I knocked her teeth out. A lot of the paintings will be up on these stairs, so you can just jump up and try to grab them. All you really need to do is just touch them. So you don't even really need to move them. As long as you tag them, you're good. There's actually a total of 6 on these stairs, so just by going up these stairs, you can get all that you need. And while you're up here, there are some more balloons that you can get. And got a way to parkour. No! Oh, yes, there we go. And after coming up here, just play the melody that is engraved right there. That's F. Oh, I already messed up. F-A-C-D-D. It'll also give you a task to climb to the highest point in the house, which is right here. Then if you come down here and go right up the fish tank, the basketball is normally up here. It's normally up there, but I knocked it next to the fish tank by accident. You can try to make some 3-pointer shots like that, but if you're bad like me because Granny didn't want to pay for your basketball lessons, then you can just slam dunk it by jumping. And then doing that.
First try.
The next one is try to catch all these mice in 30 seconds, but there is a little bit of a cheat that you can use over here. Go ahead and grab this, dump out all the bread. Now, if you just position this right in front of it and then hit the button, they have nowhere to go. And then you can just put them right back in their slots. And nailed it. Next, Joe's gonna ask you to start breaking some things around the house. While we're down here, we're gonna go ahead and try to complete the first thing, which is breaking 5 plates. There are already 4 over here. As a warning though, she is not going to be happy when you start doing that. There we go, that counts as the 5th plate. And now it's going to ask you to scratch 3 different couches. There's 2 down here and 1 upstairs. So if you can just go ahead and start scratching these 2. And then, if you go over here, there are some pillows. You can start throwing these onto the ground for another task. Then once you get upstairs, you're going to be at the 3rd couch with some more pillows that you can throw onto the ground. 1, 2, and 3. Then it'll ask you to quickly leave some claw marks on the carpet and dump out your food that is downstairs. There we go. Now we need to break 3 bottles, break 10 pots or vases or statues, and then throw away the poop from the litter box. But if you just did this task, you can just go ahead and turn around and pick this up right here, as disgusting as it may be, because my character does not seem to want to pick it up. You can just take all these and throw it out there. And now, here's where you start breaking things. Hey, Granny, catch. Go ahead and just start knocking over anything that you can find.
You're going to for me.
Hey, don't shake your fist at me. And in addition to the one bottle that's right there, there's 2 more over here that you can grab. Hey, Granny, catch these again. Your extinction has come, Danny the dinosaur. Oh, I thought that would break. Take this. And of course, there are a lot that you can break right up here. Oh, let me get a better jump for that. Hey, Granny, catch. If you don't watch what you're doing, Granny, soon you're gonna be sleeping with those fishes. Go and knock that over. Knock, oh, this one onto the ground. And the last one here. And now he's gonna want us to show a little kindness. So if we go right down here, you're gonna see that there are these 2 plants down here. Hold on, if I can move. It says transport the plant, but I have no idea what that means. You can literally just do it with any of them. So if you just try to take this out of here and then try to put another one, and then you just try to transplant it like that, then you should be good. Next, you'll need to go ahead and pet the robot. I lovingly named him Echo after the VR game that got shut down. Then if we come over here, we can just go ahead and grab a mug and pour some water into it to complete that task. And then it'll ask you to also find the missing fish and return it to the aquarium. He is right up here above the stoves. Grab him, bring him all the way over here, parkour up here and drop him right in, and then take the fish food and pour it right in there, and you'll complete 2 different tasks. Then we just gotta get our buddy Echo. He's a little upset that you have to hold him like that, but you just bring him over to the bed and he gets to have a nap. Hold on, buddy, let me give you a nice little charge. Now, if we come back over here, we'll complete our next task. If we can go ahead and feed these fishes and catch one of them, you basically just keep pouring the food over on the top. They'll slowly come towards you, and eventually they'll get close enough to where you can just grab one of them. Most of the time, I just grab this orange fish. And there we go, plop him right back in there. Then you can parkour along these couches to be able to get to the piggy bank, and you're supposed to open that up. Let me go ahead and get over here. Throw this on the ground and bust it open. And Granny's probably gonna be very upset with you, but you can go ahead and send her to the Shadow Realm. Oh! Next, it'll ask you to open up these boxes of food, so you can open up this one right here, pour a little bit out, open this one here and pour a little bit of it out, and then come over here to this one by the window. Oh, come on, no. Okay, there we go. Get this one, open it up and pour a little bit of it out. You don't necessarily need to, but sometimes it doesn't count, so you might want to pour a little bit of it out just to double check. Then he's gonna ask you to be on Hell's Kitchen and prepare some food. You'll need to turn up the radio, put it to whatever station you want, and crank that volume up. Then it's going to ask you to, not that mug, I guess. It's gonna ask you to take a mug and put it underneath the sink to turn on the water and fill up the mug. Go and turn that on. Granny, I'm sorry, it was a mistake. Then from the bread that you were able to pour out earlier, you are supposed to put bread in here and make some toast. Now, if by default it's not fully cooked, just turn it up a little bit more, put it back in. It's on an automatic timer, so you basically just keep going until it eventually says, hey, you completed the task, and it turns into toast. Now, my family said I should never do this. What happens if you put a metal knife in there and try to toast it? Nothing's happened. Next, he's gonna ask you to turn on all the burners. It doesn't matter what in power that they're on, as long as you turn all the knobs and just press that button. Then you need to come right down here and pull the lever right here that says fridge. It'll open up this little compartment right here. You're gonna need a tomato and a potato. Also grab a knife from right over here. They'll ask you to cut up the tomato. You don't need to cut up the potato, but, it said I completed the fried potatoes on a skillet, but I didn't do that, so unless it glitches for you like that, then you basically just do the same thing you did with the toast, put the potato right there, wait for it to get green, and it'll say that you're good. Then you need to eat a cucumber. You can't eat these whole, so you have to cut it up and then take a bite out of one of them. It'll also ask you to reheat some chicken, which is right up here at the top. You can either do it on the stove with the other stuff, but you can also utilize this microwave over here. Just go ahead and click the door, throw it right in, put the timer up a little bit and hit start. Oh, hit the door and then start. Then you just wait until it says mission complete, open it up on the door, come right over here, use that same knife and cut it so you can eat it. Next, it's gonna ask you to do some tasks that are upstairs. You have to get all the way up here. It's going to ask you to find the toy car, which is right behind here. Then you have to take these cubes and be able to spell out the word, which, you know, surprise there, the word is cat. And after you get the last cube from right there, bring it over here and complete. Then you have to find the flash drive right here. But before we fully go over there, you should check this area right here above the door. Get right over here. If you knock some of these books out of the way, you'll see a password right here that says 0426. That's the code that you're gonna need to log in. So then you come right over here, put that in there, 0426, enter, and you've completed all those tasks. And then he'll give you a hint that there's something inside the piggy bank. If you come right over here to your previous destruction, you'll notice that there's one coin right here that's different from the rest, and this is what you use to open up the safe. Climb right up here, throw it in, and boom, it drops the key card out of there. I've noticed that a lot of people just try to get the coin, put it right in there, and they want to immediately move on to the next area. You have to do all the tasks. So you just take this key card and maneuver right downstairs, come right over here to the door in the corner, put that in, and this is gonna allow you to move on to the next area. I also wanted to answer any questions that people may have. There are certain accessories right here that you can put on here. Like you can give her a hat, you can give her different teeth, stuff like that. The taser, the banana, and the baseball bat are stuff that you can use to mess around with on her, but these are only available in the DLC. There is one tool, however, that is still free that is available over here. If you come right back to where this safe is, climb up here, the razor is right here, and you can use this to give Granny a nice little haircut. You can even get her bun off if you're careful. Oh, I wasn't careful enough. Okay, hold on, there we go. But before she gets very angry, let's go ahead and go through the door to the next area. All right, let's go ahead and quickly get through the garage area. First things first, while we're down here, we just pull on this chain next to us and it lifts up the rollers. Oh, well, hi, sir. It seems you have a drinking problem. Then you can just come right up here and it will discover the gym. Come right over here past the gym. You can press this light right here to turn on the lights for the boxing arena. Then you reach the garage's attic. Oh my gosh, I got some distance on that. Oh, but not. Hello? I'm slowly falling back down. If you come right down over here and then you parkour up a couple of platforms, you'll be right here in the garage's attic. And then you'll have some pretty simple tasks for just taking the tools and putting them back in the toolbox. You gotta take that in there, this one right over here, and lastly, this hammer. Then she'll ask you to fix the car starting with the tire. Gotta put the tire right over here and use the red button to start pumping it up with air. Roll it right over here and reattach it. As soon as you get it close enough to it, it'll just auto lock on. Then these screws will pop up and then you just use the drill. Just get it close enough to it and it will automatically do its thing. Then if you take the lever right over here and attach it on this side here where it's blinking, you can take this, put the engine right in there. Then it's just a matter of a few simple repairs. Grab this mirror that'll spawn right next to it, just throw it on there. Take the hammer that you found, there'll be a glowing spot right over here on the table, and go ahead and hit this until it's fixed, because that's exactly how that works in real life. Grab this plate, throw it on there, come right over here to this spray can, and cover up that little mistake right there. Oh, that's the stuff that'll get me through the rest of this video. Hey, editor, you're supposed to cut away from this. Then take the saw out of here, jump up, saw off the spoiler. Then you just start taking some of the trash and throwing it on the ground outside. I'm gonna leave the rat in here though, because he is a friend of mine now. We're gonna be driving Ratatouille to his first gig. And as long as you just sponge enough of it, it'll just kind of clean itself. Then if you grab the little tiny screwdriver from the box, go right over here. And once again, you just kind of hold it up to it and it will do it itself. Then once you've done that, just press this button here. You'll need to take the camera, jump right over here. Oh, jeez. Where's the camera go? Oh, there it is. Well, I took a picture of a plant upside down. I don't think it's what they wanted though. Go and just take that off of there. And cheese! What happens if I try to take a selfie with this thing? Cheese! Oh my gosh. I'm a cat vampire. Oh. The game crashed. It knew that I wasn't allowed to see myself. But after you take that picture, she'll say, start the car, we're leaving soon. Come right over here. Just jump up to this shelf right here. There's gonna be a yellow key. Go ahead and put the key in there and hit the gas. Oh! Now this is exactly why you shouldn't have given me a license.
Oh, I didn't think he was that upset.
But now that we've completed all those tasks, we can come right up here. If you go past the gym, there's going to be some trophies here on the floor. Just kind of knock them down. You only need to do 2 of them. Then you can take the poop from this litter box over here and climb up here and just place it right in there. Oops, I almost forgot. While you're over here, it's going to ask you to drop the mechanics' pictures onto the floor, like this one here. And then these 3 up here, 1, 2, and then this is 3 and 4. Then it's just a matter of climbing up here onto the roof, scaring these guys away. Try to dive at them, they'll move out of the way. And you only need to scare away 5 of them and you'll be good. Then if you drop down here, you'll be able to fix the crane and do the pictures right here. Let's see, blue goes to red. No, blue goes to blue. Put that in there, put that in there. Then just match up the pictures in this guy's locker. I don't know why he has pictures of AI-generated animals rather than his friends and family. While you're in here, you can start breaking some bottles. But just as a warning, he's not gonna be happy with you about that. There we go. Oh, I got him in his leg. And then there's 2 more right here and right there. And while you're right here next to him, you can maneuver around him, excuse me, sir, and you can return the fire extinguisher over here to its rightful place. If you go right over here to the garage and get back up onto the top level, it'll be asking you to drop some traffic cones onto the floor. You can just kind of easily knock these onto here. Just make sure they don't land on any lower shelves or else it won't complete the objective. I know this is a lot of back and forth, but then it's also going to ask you to take some beer cans and, oh, I'm stuck. It's going to ask you to take some beer cans that are up here on the roof and toss them down. Go ahead and toss that off, and a little plant for your troubles. And that one should do it. Then if you come right, oh my, oh, don't know why I did that. If you come right down here, you can grab this nail gun here, aim it right over at the target and just hit it 3 times to complete the objective. And if you're a good enough shot, you can hit him with it. So you have a lot of nails in your butt. Are you Eeyore? Then come over here, turn on the fan next to the boxing area. I think she's gonna ask you to start working out of the gym, so cue the training montage! And finally, after you do all the stuff in the gym, it'll ask you to come down here and do the manliest thing that can ask you to do in here, which is obviously to just chop a log. And after you get all 5 of these, it'll give you the next set of tasks. You have to come right back over here to the boxing area. You have to smack this thing, it will explode, and then you challenge this guy, which is just a bunch of rapid punches like this. Come here, you! Oh my gosh, he threw me somehow when he's not alive. Then it'll spawn a flash drive right here, plug it in, come right down here on the slide of the vent. Got the key card, put it in there, and the next area is here. And next you'll start taking some tasks from Milton. He's going to ask you to bat some dandelions, which you can do right over here next to the pond. And there's the 5th one. From right over here, you can just go up this ramp because he's asking you to eat a cake. There is some cake right over here. Just have a bite, mission complete. Also going to ask you to break some flower pots. You can start knocking these down over here. You climb right up here, you can get 2 more of them. And if you feel like exploring at all, you can go ahead and get right past these guys. Oh my gosh, that guy flung me. Come right over here, knock this over, and this one. These should be the last ones you need to complete the task. Because while you're up here, you can drop right down here and you have discovered the spray cans. Now, you notice they all look the same except for different colors. They don't actually spray different colors, they spray different symbols, so obviously we're going with this one. Go ahead and spray that on there. And then if you jump right over here, you'll be able to spray this one. And right next to the sign that says Milton, you get to spray this one. Turn around again, and this one is right here. And if you come right back over here to the big tree, you'll be able to go right over here next to this lady. And the last one. And the last thing it says is just paint the wall. The wall area that you're supposed to paint is actually back over here in this area. So if you come right over here, just pick any color, pick up the brush, and just kind of go crazy on the wall, and eventually the task will complete and Milton will call you. Next, you have to find the bird's nest and open up the eggs, which is going to unlock a new set of tasks. Just parkour right over here. You'll be able to discover the nest right here. And then just throw these onto the ground and it will spawn the little ducklings, which I don't understand why there's a nest in a tree for ducks. Then he's gonna give you some tasks to take care of them, but not take care of them in the mafioso way where you take care of their kneecaps. You take care of them by giving them food. You have to feed all 3 of them. Then you just kind of toss them over here in the pond. I know it says lead them to the pond, but you just toss them in. And then everybody group up for a family photo. It's moments like these that I'm gonna want to cherish forever. Then he's gonna ask you to go onto the roof because there is a carrier pigeon over there. Now, I think the carrier pigeon is probably a part of this cat mafia thing in a way where, you know, the pigeons won't get eaten if they deliver letters for the cats or something like that. Now you just get over here to the roof, plop him out of there, get the letter, and then you deliver this to Milton, which if you go right over here from the roof, he is just 2 little hops, I was gonna say. That one just kind of made me fall on the ground. And right down here, this alleyway. There you are, Milton. Now, he's going to give me a lighter because, as fun and cute as this game is, we're about to commit arson. Then you just light this on fire. Everything comes crashing down because Milton is a psychopath. And then you just use the weird water physics hose and clear all this off. It will make this package right over here drop. And then you open this up, but unfortunately, this is not the key card. This is a lever to the lawnmower over here. Go ahead and place the lever in there. Then we just have to take some of the tires, reattach them over here and here. Go ahead and take Danny the dinosaur in liquid form and pour it right in. And then if you climb into the seat, press this right here like you do with the bed, you start controlling the lawnmower and then you just drive around. Now, puppy, be careful. I've got a lawnmower here. It'd be a shame if you got ran over by it. You don't need to cut all of it, just some of it, so then you do that. Then you just put your paw right here to get off of it, and he tells you to dig right where he marked, which is right here. And the buried treasure, which is a slingshot. Forget the gold, that's not what matters. Okay, well, it matters to me, I have to pay rent. They'll ask you to shoot 5 targets with the slingshot, and they'll break whenever you hit them, so you'll know that you got the correct ones. And you can pretty much all just shoot them from here, and get the 5th one. There we go. And then he's gonna ask you to shoot this poor puppy. I'm sorry, Spike. Milton's making me do this. Now he's gonna ask you to hit the hive with the slingshot, and I can see absolutely nothing going wrong with this plan. Nothing going wrong with this plan! And after Milton's brilliant plan somehow failed, you've gotta go right back over here to the area where you initially started in and go to the greenhouse. Then you just break this glass right here with the slingshot. Then you just pick any plant, put the seeds right here. Then you have to take specifically the catnip and put that right here. Take this water and pour it till it's complete on the plant, and then do the same with the catnip. Then you simply take the catnip over here and give it back to Milton over here in his little alley. There you go, boss man, there's your drugs. Ooh, water gun! And now you test out the water gun by shooting the dog with it. But since that water isn't gonna do anything, if you go right back over to the greenhouse again, you can now start growing some of the other plants that you didn't grow previously, and you'll have to do a little redo on the one that you already did because this is a part of a separate task now and needs you to do all of them apparently. Then you just take one of each of these, except for the catnip, you don't need that, but you take the rest of these, put them in here, and blend it, and it creates this purple juice that then somehow gets transported into that. Because apparently this game thinks that this is how jams are made. But if you bring that right back over here, throw it in the water gun, then you hit the dog with it, cover him in the sweet jam. And now that he's covered in the juice, you simply hit the hive again. Oh, hold on, wait. There we go. And now the bees will try to sting the dog, and in which case he'll go on an absolute rampage. He will destroy the boxes, opening up the next area. Then we just go down into the sewers here, and there's going to be a little pipe puzzle. And you would think that some of these would matter because there's some here that are like connectors that would go in different directions, but no, none of it matters. You just have to connect enough of them to make it work. Put that little puzzle piece right there. Put that one, oh, nope, the other way. That one right here, and then just turn the red valve, and you're good. And now we'll conquer the fourth area, which is the butcher's area. Now, I didn't want to tell anybody this because I didn't want anybody to get ahead of themselves. Like, I want you to be able to do the task and for me to be able to help you. But also, if you know anything about play spacing, if you want to be able to speed run this street part, if you want to just go straight to the butcher, you can get to right here where the lady is. This gate is, a part that connects into this area. You just get right up to the gate, walk up to it, press the power button on your headset, just take a big step forward and then press the power button again while you're in that area, and you'll be able to just get right through the gate, and there's nothing stopping you from just grabbing the key card and throwing it in. And now we're here in the final area. Well, we're right here. We can go ahead and turn on the lights for the first one, run right over here, and flip this over. Then we just come right over here to the trash can and start placing some of this in here. My boy Ratatouille, he never stood a chance. Next, if you come right over here, grab one of his overly priced steaks, place it right here on the cutting board. Oh, there we go, on the cutting board. Take this knife right over here and slice it up. Then we just take the steak that we chopped up right here, take all the pieces and throw it in here to make a sausage. However, just about every time that I've done that, it never really has enough to make it into a sausage, so I just grab two more, go ahead and toss these in here. Well, they say size doesn't matter, but I'm clearly going with this one. Then if you bring this right over here to the display case, lay it down. Oh, come on, out of, no, I know it's tasty, out of the mouth, right up here. You'll grab the key and be able to unlock both sides of the display case. But before you put it in here, there is a price gun right here. Just take this, throw the price sticker on it, and then toss this right here on the first plate, and you're good. Then just give this guy some hair. This isn't a task, but he just kind of creeps me out when he's bald. You parkour right over here on top of the vents. You'll get over to this area, right up here where the attic is. This attic is one massive circle, so eventually you just kind of go around the circle. Look out for this corner right here, where you'll go right through. There are some lights, and you just press this button right here. That button up there opens up this area right over here. Head right over, and you'll need to flip these in a certain sequence in order to turn all of them on. It's not a very hard puzzle, you just kind of flip them until that happens. So I guess if you want to know the shortcut, it's just that way, and those two in the same direction. All right, I learned this from the mechanic. Red goes to green. Connect all the right cables. It'll give you this code right here, 8805. Head back outside, and we'll get 8805. Once you unlock this area over here, before you go in, it's gonna be in your best interest to try to throw some of the steak onto the ground over there, just to make it easier to get over there, because you'll need to take 6 of them in there with you. You can just take the steak from the doorway over here. If you place them properly, you can take 2 at a time and just start throwing them in there. And then after you put all the steak in there, just jump right over here, take this plug it in, and then lower the temperature by doing it that way. Then while you're right here next to the snow, you just do this. You can make some snowballs. It'll ask you to make 3 of them. You can make more while you're down here, but it's gonna ask you to hit these targets with them. You can hit them on either side. It'll ask you to hit that one, and then if you get the snow right over here, you can get this final one. Then on this side, right over here, find this octopus, Go ahead and pluck him right off of the wall and place him in the freezer chest right there. Now, before we go up there, we're gonna go ahead and grab this from the cash register. Go ahead and get a $100 bill or whichever one, it really doesn't matter. I prefer to be generous to my octopus friend. And you just come right over here on top of the fridge and just claw this a bunch of times until it breaks open. Then take the lighter right here, melt the ice, get through it. Hey, yo, Jimmy, my boy, here you go. Here's the payment from last week. Then you just follow him right over here as fast as you can. These smooth skins that were the top class, is that like speciesist? And they killed my boy. I never even got to know him that well. I never even knew what his favorite color was. Well, I mean, it might be purple, I don't know. It'll ask you to fix him later, but if you jump right over here, just grab any knife, jump back. You'll have to open up the bun right here. It'll ask you to fry a patty. It's also going to ask you to toast a burger bun, which you can do right here as well. Go ahead and get the bottom bun. Then there's that. Get the piece of cheese right there. And then the top bun will be toasted. Put that right there. Then while you're here, you just jump right over here. Throw all of these on there and press the red button. Now, while this may be a safety hazard, you don't even really need to pull them out of there. You just need to cook them, so you can just leave them there. Jump right back over here. Go over to this side. It'll ask you to wash the dishes, but you don't even really need to put water or anything on there. You just grab the sponge, do that a little bit, and you're good. Then it's gonna ask you to reassemble them, so just look around here for that one. There are two right here and right here. There is one right next to him over here, and there's one right next to this record player. Oh my gosh. Which on your way back, you can also grab this one right here. Take that and take that one. And the last one will be right down here. Grab this, throw it on there. Oh, wait a minute, no, there is one more. Sorry, there is one more right over here in the cabinet. Now, while we're in this area over here, it's gonna ask you to do a few things to, quote, leave a mark. So just go ahead and start tossing these onto the floor and have them break. Then you just take this hammer right here, bust through the wall. It'll ask you to take the bread that is right up here and toss this as well. It is very overpriced, so don't feel bad. Then take any of the money that you didn't use to pay the octopus, or in which case I think I called him Jimmy, throw those onto the ground. Then it's gonna ask you to break some flower pots and vases. Oh, I've been caught with my hand in the cookie jar. I don't know how I did that. Wait, did that one count? Okay, it did. So yeah, you can just jump right up here, start hitting these onto the floor. Go right over here. There's another plant you can toss down. He's gonna be angry and chasing you, but he has to get within close proximity. He doesn't have any kind of range he can use. But little does he know that I have ranged attacks. If you go right over here, there's gonna be one up here that you can knock down. Going over here to this side, there are 3 more. Just toss that over. You only need the one. And if you need to, you can come back through here. I believe there are some more jars right there. There we are. Go and toss that one and you're good. Then you just come over here to his eggs. I feel really bad about wasting these with the price of eggs nowadays. Oh, he's upset. Shadow Realm! Then you can just take anything in your hand and hit it against the glass right there to break it. You need to do that 4 times. So these doors don't break, but you can break anything on the sides right here. Oh, actually, you can just hit it with your hand. Okay. Even though that's very dangerous. Shadow Realm! Then we're gonna flip the sign to close so we're not disturbed. Go right back over to the freezer again and unplug it right there. Then climb up the walls over here. Get right back up here to the attic again. Grab this box, and all you have to do is just take it down here with you. And if you do all that, it says that the adventure will await you soon, because those are all the locations you can unlock with all the missions. So you can get through the entire game for free without paying for the DLC. There are a lot of things to discover throughout here, though, that I've done throughout my time here. I've made a lot of videos on it. I'll leave a playlist if you want to see all the videos down in the description. And I did actually manage to find where the new key card is going to be. So I managed to actually open up this door before the DLC actually came out, which you can see in one of the videos on my playlist. But that's how you can get through the entire game without getting the DLC, and I hope I helped you out. Make sure to keep those notifications on when you subscribe because I've been uploading a lot more very recently, and I'll see all of you in the next one. See you later.